My name is Jim Wesp. I'm a member of Washington County for Common Ground, and I live in West Bend, about 45 minutes north of Milwaukee. An issue that came up in one of our listening sessions is the lack of an inpatient facility meant for mental health anywhere in Washington County. In addition to my involvement with Common Ground, I also volunteer with a ministry helping women trapped in human trafficking and drug addiction. We have had multiple cases of women ready to break free from that lifestyle in Washington County. They always need mental health services to get through this, and the lack of a facility in the county to access the help they need is a real obstacle to their healing. I'm thinking of a woman I'll call Deborah. She grew up in Washington County, and while she was in high school, she started dating an older guy who eventually got her hooked on drugs, moved her out of the state, and became her pimp. After a few years, Deborah was rescued by law enforcement, and she wanted to come home. So she came back to Washington County, but needed lots of mental health care. There was no hospital or facility for her to go to. The county social services department had counselors, but that wasn't enough. There used to be a specific area that was part of the hospital in West Bend to receive folks like Deborah, but some years ago, the county board voted to discontinue funding it as a budget cutting measure. The only options for someone experiencing a mental health crisis right now are to go to either Fond du Lac or Sheboygan or Menomonee Falls. As you can imagine, for people experiencing a crisis, the last thing they need to hear is that they have to find transportation and travel to another county to get help. There is no public transportation available, and unfortunately, they often decide against getting the help that they need. If the police or sheriff's department respond to a call where someone is experiencing a mental health crisis, now there's an officer on the payroll spending extra time monitoring and transporting them to an appropriate facility out of the county. The good news is that Deborah was able to get into a facility in Fond du Lac, but many people aren't that fortunate. People like Deborah suffering from a mental health crisis deserve the support of a facility in the county to help them heal. And my notion is that the budget savings experienced by the county is not as much as the extra cost to law enforcement. I'm thinking that what we need is the power of Common Ground to help solve this problem. Thank you.